You guys still hear me good? Yeah. All right, all right. Well, elephant care demo, what does that mean? That means we are going to learn about how, through every interaction with our elephants here at the zoo today, we can better their care and better their quality of lives. Now, before we get started, I got a couple of questions I want to ask. How many of you guys have pets at home? A dog, a cat, a hamster? How many of you guys have kids at home? How many of you guys train those pets and those children? How many of you guys get trained by your pets and children? That sounds more like it. Now, before I get started though, Alexis, who would you say does more training here? Do you guys train the elephants more or do they train you more?
They train us more.
Yeah, definitely. I figured so. Now, what goes into training an elephant? What goes into that? Is there any kind of relationship that needs to be built for that to happen?
Yes, you just can't walk up to an elephant and ask them to do anything for you. So Alejandro has been here for a while, building a relationship with these elephants. So that's why you see Masholo responding so good to Alejandro right now.
Yes. So now what Alejandro is doing right now is he is asking Masholo to lift his leg and present it for him. That way he can get a good look. That way he can get a good look at Masholo's foot. See, elephants, they do need a lot of care, so training them is a big deal. That what Alejandro is doing is something known as positive reinforcement. That is where he is rewarding a good behavior and, really not just kind of ignoring a bad behavior. So can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Well, if you look at Alejandro has a bunch of training equipment on him. He has that target pole, which is the extension of his hand. Since we don't go inside with our elephants, you hear that whistle that he's blowing. That is a regular dog whistle, but that whistle acts as what we call a terminal bridge. But it really just means, yes, food is coming, and on his hip is the food. And right now in that bucket is a bunch of carrots, sweet potatoes, celery, and some of his elephant grain right now, which is his favorite.
Ah, yummy, yummy. So this is like elephant keeper gear. Like this is like the latest in elephant training fashion I see here.
Yes.
So, okay, Alejandro. Awesome. 2025 elephant training model right here, Alejandro, everyone. Now training. Well, elephant training is an important part of their care because elephants do require a lot of it. For one thing, they need a lot of care on their skin. Their skin is about 2 inches thick. Now, despite having very thick skin, they also have very sensitive skin. It's actually believed they can feel something as small as a fly landing on them. Now, like us, their skin is susceptible to drying out, getting sunburned, and cracking. So who here says they have a pretty good, complex skincare routine? No one. Okay, that's fair. Well, he does, and we're going to go over it a little bit. So what's his skincare routine?
Well, in the summertime months, the elephants do most of their skincare themselves. That's why they have that red color. They throw that Georgia red clay on their backs in the mud wallow that we have on the other side of the habitat. But in the wintertime, we act as more as the skincare professionals. Our elephants get at least 2 baths out of the week. And that bath could be with our own special elephant soap called Zufari soap. It could be just Vaseline. And if you look at behind Masholo's ears, you can kind of see that moisturizer. That is a bit of mineral oil, and you might see some udder balm, which is the consistency of lotion. So we use a bunch of different skincare products, and we utilize those baths as well.
Interesting. So this is actually a curiosity question for me. Do they have a preferred water temperature that they like?
They only like warm water.
Smart elephants. So elephants, they do have pretty complex skincare because they have a lot of skin and it's very thick and very susceptible to a lot of things that our skin is susceptible to. So we have to make sure that we care for their skin. Now another thing that we have to make sure that we care for is their feet. elephants are scientifically classified as digitigrades. Does anybody here think they know what that means? Absolutely, they walk on their toes. So they are, the world's largest land animal does know how to tiptoe. Now, elephants in the wild out in the savannas of Africa are walking hundreds upon hundreds of miles, sometimes per day, to find food and water. Now, you might have guessed at the zoo that they don't have to do that. So it means we got to accommodate for that a little bit. Now, Alexis, how do we accommodate for that?
Well, we work on our elephants' feet. Well, we look at our elephants' feet almost every day. Elephants have a pad on the bottom of their foot, what looks a lot like the bottom of our shoes. So you just like rocks and dirt can get in the bottom of our shoes, that can happen to elephants as well. So we use a tool called an X-Acto tool to dig those grooves and make sure those grooves are smooth. And we have 8-foot-long file since put that they walk on their toes. We use about a foot-long file to raise those toes up so that the toes are a bit higher than that pad.
Interesting, interesting. So, there's a lot of stuff that we've been going over today. There's a lot of cool stuff to learn. But the thing that I'm noticing is that our elephants get pedicures.
Yes, they do get pedicures.
All right.
We only work on elephant feet, no human feet.
Okay, so don't ask the keepers for a pedicure. But just out of curiosity, who does like a good pedicure? Come on, guys, don't let me be the only guy raising my hand. Come on, raise them up nice and warm. Wow, I'm actually the only person who likes this. Wow, I feel, wow, that's a little crazy right now. Interesting. Well, elephant feet are just like ours. They're sensitive, and you got to take care of them because guess what? You got to stay active. You got to stay healthy, and you need your feet to help you run around and stay active. And exercise is a big deal with elephants. Now, our elephants are all between the weight of 8 to 11,000 pounds. So they are very large animals, and we got to make sure that they are staying physically fit and healthy. Now, who here would say they like to exercise? Like, who's like a big fan of like fitness? Okay, we got one person. We got a winner. Awesome. Okay, who was it? Raise your hand. Come on, yeah, you. There you go. All right, another person. Who likes to do strength training, like lifting weights? I like to do that. Who likes to go for a walk, go for a run? Who likes to do cardio? That's not me at all. Who has the relationship with exercise of I don't bother it and it doesn't bother me? Well, you guys would get along great with Alexis's favorite elephant, Tara. Now, what is our elephant fitness plan here?
Just a lot what you said. We do strength training with our elephants, and that could be them lifting a log or pushing a ball. We have about a 200-pound ball that the elephants push around. It could be cardio. It could be just A to B. I might stand here. Alejandro might stand on the other end of the habitat, and we just call the elephants back and forth to us. And what was that last one? Just cardio. That's what Masholo is doing right now. Just some leg lifts. You see him do a little stretch. You saw him do a salute where he had to put his knees down. So they did a bunch of different exercises just like we do. That was an example of an exercise behavior as well.
And now, one thing that I will add to this, if what you guys are seeing right now and you're kind of looking and saying like, no, that seems like pretty easy exercises, try to remember he does weigh 11,000 pounds. So lifting our leg is not the same as lifting his leg. So yeah, he's a pretty healthy guy. I don't know. I think he's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of elephants. He's a pretty big guy. Now, I see Alejandro here asking a lot of Masholo. Could I ask him to do those things?
Absolutely not.
I see.
Masholo would definitely either walk away, probably, or it could be potentially dangerous for you. You have to have a relationship to walk up and even step up to an elephant.
Yes, I wouldn't try. Don't worry, Alexis. Now, about how long does it take for an elephant to trust you?
I would say it really depends on the elephant, but I give it a year, almost 2 years to be solid with our elephants.
That is so neat, so neat. Now, one thing I did want to ask you is, what's your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part is being around the elephants.
That's,
Just can't get better than that.
There are subjective opinions throughout the world. The objective fact is that the elephants in Zoo Atlanta are the best animals in the zoo.
That is true.
Yeah, now, you guys, by coming to the zoo today, you guys also have become elephant caretakers as well, as part of your ticket proceed does go towards elephant conservation in the wild. And if you want to learn a little bit more about how you can care for elephants here at the zoo, feel free to come up and ask Alexis or Alejandro or myself and Dana, or check out the Zambezi Elephant Center if you would like to. If you want to come see our cool biofacts we have, you're more than welcome to do so. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, my name is Kyle. Dana, Elephant Care Team, Masholo, and Titan decided to come over too. And this has been the Elephant Care Demo today. I can honestly assure you guys, of all the elephant